Welcome to this demo of Employee Voice 24/7. At Happiness.me, we created Employee Voice 24/7 to address the current time of change. There are two reasons why we created it. One, this is a time when employees need to voice and talk about how they're feeling in a safe manner. And second, this is also the time when leaders within an organization need data to help support how they communicate with their employees during the next coming weeks or days through a changing environment. So let's get straight into the demo and the dashboard. What you're looking at here is your personalized dashboard. We would create your unique URL, which would have your company name and happiness.me. And this is where all employees would be able to give their feedback. Now, fundamentally, Employee Voice is changing the way in which people give feedback. We want employees to give feedback when they want, not just when they're asked. That means that this link is always live and available for employees to give their views any number of times in terms of how they're feeling. They will be able to share their views anonymously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In the first instance, that will require a communication strategy to help push out and generate that behavior. But typically, we see organizations putting this into their internal systems, such as the intranet, HRMS, desktops, etc., so that it is freely and readily available. The feedback is collected on two simple things. How are you feeling today? That generates a score. And please tell us why. That generates comment. Those are the only questions we ask. You can collect the feedback either directly from the link or via the QR code, which is right here, generated from the system. Once you start to receive the responses in real time, you can go to your dashboard. Within this dashboard, you're going to see a few different things. Here, we can see the number of responses. Now, this is not the number of people, but the number of responses, because we welcome people to give feedback as much or as little as they like. This is the percentage favorable, which is a good indication of the general happiness of your workforce. It is a percentage of score which is 7 or above. The survey average is the mean of all responses. You can also view the global benchmark scores over here. And this is your score distribution. So you can see the deviation from high to low score. You can also view how your scores are tracking over time. So here we see a trend by month. It provides a good rolling measurement of how you're trending, whether up or down. You will also see a word cloud here. Now, what happens when we collect the comments from that how you're feeling question? It is that they pass through our AI and they pass for sentiment analysis. Within the sentiment analysis, in this particular view, it is looking at the magnitude of a word, as in how often it is being mentioned, and is it being used in a positive or a negative light. So I can click on any of the words here, like work, and it will bring up all the comments where the word work has been mentioned in both a positive as well as a negative light. Next, if you want to pick out the themes of positivity or of challenges, then you can go to Sentiment Analysis tab. The Sentiment Analysis gives you various different metrics of how you're trending with your average magnitude. When we evaluate the average sentiment, we're scoring at a comment between a -1 and a +1. Anything between a -2.5 and +2.5 falls into neutral, and above or below is positive or negative. If you wanted to look at just the positive comments you'd be receiving, you can click on this link here, or you can click on the negative or the neutral comments. You can also look at a different word cloud that just picks out negative and positive words. Or you can come down straight to the themes, which will show you the words that have been mentioned most frequently in a positive light. And then there are those that have been most frequently mentioned in a negative light. It is quite often that you get the same words in both word clouds, but the system will just lead you through how they're being used, either in a positive or negative way. as the words are hyperlinked to actual employee comments. You can also see the trends that are coming out of your data through certain time periods. If you just wanted to look at a month's view, you can apply the filter and it will show you what has happened in that previous month. It will change your scores and the word cloud. You can also view the data in the last 7 days by clicking on this tab here. So here you can see how it's changed the data that's come through. That includes your scores as well as an insight into the extent of change. You can look at either a day, a week, or a month on an all-time basis of how you're scoring. You can download all this raw data by clicking the CSV download button here on the main page. You can also download the report for your organization for Employee Voice. Just simply select Employee Voice and click on this tab, View Report. You can select a date range and run the report in a web or a PDF format. The report will show you the top line figures and also all of the comments that have been shared. To conclude, Employee Voice 24/7 technology is about having an easy and quick way of deploying a listening tool that allows your employees to give their feedback. It gives employees a voice during this time of change, and for you as a leadership team, we help analyze themes and create meaningful actions for your employee communication. We also offer tools that measure your organization's happiness and well-being, as you can see here on the main dashboard. Happiness.me assessment is a modern measurement system that helps you create a happier work culture. Wellbeing Index measures the extent of your employees' physical and mental health and the efficacy of your wellness programs. To know more about these offerings, please connect with our team for a detailed demo. Thank you for listening.